just please tell me how was the process of choosing a study abroad program, and why did you choose to come to Brazil at Summit Global Education Program?
Well, Miami, they created a thing called J-term, or the winter term, and it's for, one of the main reasons they made it was for people to get more chances going abroad, and they have a lot of campuses or programs that they sponsor themselves, like we have our own campus in Luxembourg, and a lot of my friends did that, but I just wanted to try something different. Some people in the grades above us had gone on this, said it was a great time. After I looked into it a little bit and saw all the things we'd be doing, it was a pretty easy decision.
But what really made your decision? Like, what was like the thing that made you choose Brazil or choose this program?
Well, we've talked about it before, just that I've been to Europe before, not as many places in Europe as you would have gone if you went abroad, but I've been to Europe before. I felt like something new and interesting, and something, just me and Frank basically going to somewhere we had no idea like what it was or what to expect, or didn't know anybody or even how to speak the language really.
Okay. Second, think about the day you arrived and how was the feeling before, like when you were packing, and or if your parents were a bit concerned. What were the main concerns, and how did the concern kind of went away during the trip?
Packing was pretty easy. I had packed a sweatshirt because my mom always tells me to pack a sweatshirt for vacation just in case, and for future goers on the trip, you do not need a sweatshirt. My mom was pretty concerned. She offered to buy me tickets to the national championship game instead of going to Brazil. She was kind of concerned about the safety and everything. But once I got here, as long as you use your head and stay in smart situations and be aware of your surroundings, it's pretty obvious what's a bad place to go, what's a good place to go. Safety's not like once you're here and get assimilated to the culture, safety is a concern, but it's not like the main priority. That's a good question.
How was about your trip? Your during the trip, like getting to the airport, the flight. How was the whole thing? Was it easy? It was hard?
Getting to the airport was fine. Just went from Columbus to Toronto, and then Toronto to Sao Paulo. Long trip, but other than that, it was alright.
Now talk to me about the program itself. Like, which courses did you take, and in specific, if there was anything that you really liked about them?
I took international relations and international business. They kind of went hand in hand with each other. We had international business first, and then after we would always go into more like the relations side of it, how countries work with trade agreements and stuff like that. That goes hand in hand, like I said, with international business and how they work together. They were both great courses. We had great professors the whole way through. My favorite course would probably be international business, because we had, I think, 5 American students and 5 Brazilian students, and it was a nice mixture of cultures, and we got to see everything from both perspectives.
How about the professional visits? Which one did you enjoy, and why?
I would say my favorite professional visit was H. Stern. It was probably the one that I was like, I didn't really know anything about the brand going into it, and once I found out it was jewelry, I didn't like get that excited, but after going there and the presentation and listening to how it got started and the relationship with the mines and the tour, seeing that people work hands-on, it was, me and Frank and I were talking about it earlier, that overall the visit was the most professional, most well done, like best consumer experience all around.
Great. Again, how about the whole experience of being at our summit program? What do you think is going to be with you, and what you have to say, like, to your friends or to your family? How was that?
Well, I would definitely suggest the program to anyone that is thinking about coming abroad. It's a unique and different experience than everything I've heard from other people going abroad. I would say that it's easily the #1 study abroad program in the world. But like I've said earlier, my friends kind of seemed lost, or like they wanted to do a bunch of stuff but they didn't know how to go about it. Everyone knows stuff in Brazil or knows stuff you want to do when you come here, and it's very easy to ask Mike or Brian something hey, I want to do this. They lay it out exactly for you, how to do it safely, how to do it right, anything you want to do.
One last word. How do you summarize your whole experience of being in Brazil, in Rio, and Paraty? If you have one sentence, or if you have one thing, like what's the thing? What?
I like the one word. I was challenged.
Yeah. Okay. Or either one word or one sentence.
Exuberating is a word, right?
Yes.
Exuberating. It was exuberating. It was a lot of fun. It's very cool once you go out and see the nightlife and you have fun with all your friends, and then the next day you wake up and you're in class and you're like, oh, I don't really want to be in class. And then once you start talking about everything and you really get into class, and it's really interesting to hear the Brazilians' take on their own culture, on our culture. I thought that was definitely the best part, more fun than going out at night or anything. The museums and the experience you got from being in the classroom with foreign teachers and being in the classroom with foreign students was definitely a blast.
Thank you.
No problem.